The Heat played the Blazers last night. Josh Hart hits a game winner in the corner right at the buzzer. But as we talk about that shot, or many people talk about that shot, that is not why they lost this game. They lost that game way before that shot in general. They had a 9-point lead with, I think, a little over 4 minutes to go in this game. They pretty much folded on the offensive end in terms of just being stagnant, which seems to happen a lot lately. They just kind of get away from their usual base. But the defense stands out to me a little bit more, and I'm going to show the reason why. Because speaking of a base, they had a base coverage in this game, and they kind of went away from it late. It's something that we saw in Indiana a game ago, where they kind of they went away from it with about, let's say, 2 minutes left. But this game, they went away from it way earlier, and we kind of saw what happened after that. So I'm going to start out and show it's the 2-3 zone. We talked about it a ton, what it can create. The biggest thing in general is that it changes a team shot profile. And when you talk about the Portland Trail Blazers, they rank 29th in the league in three-point attempts. So obviously a zone is going to force them into not only more threes, but different type of threes. Because what are the threes they're used to? They're used to high pick and roll, Damian Lillard pull-ups, Anthony Simons pull-ups. Now it forced them into a different look, and we saw what that was able to do. So now we're at 11 minutes left, 11 and a half minutes in the fourth quarter. We see them go zone to show more of the plays. Let me just say, the Blazers shot 77% from the field in the fourth quarter, which is just insane. And the fact that I'm showing a couple of these misses and it's against zone is important because they didn't miss much of the fourth quarter, like at all. Like it's not a normal number. I think they shot 71% from three. Like it's just not normal numbers. So now we fast forward to 9 minutes, still in the zone, still kind of cross switching at the top of the zone. You're going to see Kyle kind of pointing it out. They get running handoffs. They get to the middle, which is what you want. Which is what Portland wants, but it's also what Miami wants. Like forcing Nurkic to kind of create in this way. If he is able to do this at this point in the game, you live with that. But right here, obviously, he gets to the middle of the floor, takes about 7 steps, and he ends up getting a travel. Just another stop for Miami in this zone. Now we go to the next one. 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in this game. They're going to wait. They're going to wait. They have all the help here. They have Duncan waiting if he wants to go right. They have Gabe waiting if he wants to go left. And obviously guys like Bam and others that Portland needs to hit in order to beat the zone. And right there, obviously, they just didn't hit it. Now we got 6 minutes left in this game. And this is where it gets weird because we just saw that they were forcing misses, not only in the fourth quarter, but all game. The zone just continues to be their most comfortable spot because you can't really hunt guys. Like even if they want to go at a Duncan on the bottom box or a Max at the top, or when Tyler plays, a Tyler at the top of the key, you can't because there's other guys shading around and they can't just clear out and be able to kind of isolate. When you go back to this coverage is what we saw. We're at 6 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And as I show kind of what they were at in this game, it's pretty much 84 to 94 at this point in the game. Like they're comfortably sitting well and the defenses look good. So now they go back to soft switching and now you see kind of what they can do differently. Now Damian Lillard can just force a switch. Duncan Robinson ends up picking up a foul, and now they're starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm. We fast forward another possession, 5:42 left. You're going to see Bam on Damian Lillard. What is the outcome when they're soft switching? What is kind of the outcome for Damian Lillard? Set a screen, please. Okay, now that's Jimmy Butler. Okay, set another screen, please. Now I have Max Strus on me. What you're going to see is they know, kind of Jimmy knows what's happening here. Miami's defense knows what's happening here. So they're going to try to double. They're going to try to get the ball out of Damian Lillard's hands, which is smart. But the issue is Damian Lillard is just that good. As you're going to see right here, if you usually they stop right here and they make the pass and you have time to recover. But Dame takes that extra step. He gets to that deep corner and makes the pass. Now there's no time to recover. Now it's just an open look for them. They hit the three. You see them kind of dissecting different things. Now this one, I'm not as mad at in general. I think some of this is just communication. But Jimmy Butler, side note, as much as I'm talking about the negatives, when he hits passing lanes, it's just incredible. Like there's nothing like it. I think he had 6 steals last night. The way he could just read ball handlers and then off the ball, just hit that and go in the opposite direction. He did it like 6 times, like I just said. So now after those 6 steals, this is a possession where he's kind of gambling yet again. And it's kind of on the opposite side of things where it just doesn't work out. He shoots it. Caleb's not ready for the switch. They hit it inside and it's just an easy dunk. That's just kind of the way it is in Jimmy Butler's world. You're going to take that kind of trade-off when he's that elite and most of the time when he's hitting those passing lanes. So now fast forward a little bit more. We're still seeing but the interesting thing is I go back, you're going to watch Gabe Vincent after the switch. This is kind of what I wanted to point out here. He sets the screen, so he gives up the switch. So Gabe is still trying to help, almost like he's in his zone. He's trying to help over. The issue is he kind of loses his man. Now he doesn't know where he's at. Bam is forced to kind of slide up to the wing to cover up on Josh Hart. Gabe's now a little bit late. not only is he a little bit late on the closeout, but that's Jeremy Grant shooting over the top of him. Like a Gabe Vincent contest most of the time is probably not even going to alter Jeremy Grant's shot in that way, and especially when Jeremy Grant's absolutely cooking in this game. So now he's late, he hits the shot, and now once again their kind of man-to-man defense is being cooked. And just so we know, because I know people have been asking about the scores, now we're at a minute 18 left, 102-101 for Miami swipe down. So now, once again, now it's 104-101 in a much different game. You're going to see what they go to here. Gabe Vincent guarding Damian Lillard is going to draw it in. Kyle Lowry picks up. And when I say draw it in, we know on the final play of this game when Dame kind of kicked it out to Josh Hart, there was so much worry about Damian Lillard on that play. That's what happened right here. 33 seconds left. All eyes are on Damian Lillard. Bam's cutting off. Jimmy's cutting off. They get into the lane. He just makes a really good play, a little bit of a delayed contest, but it's understood. And they hit the shot. But the overall point here is that they went away from zone when it was working, which I think is a little bit questionable when they have the guys that they're utilizing on the floor that are so comfortable in it. And I understand some of the ways that it restricts maybe the worry about offensive rebounding late in games. And they want to try to get boards in general, and zone kind of hurts that. But when a defense is working so well in a game like this and you're up 10 because of it, it feels like a lot of the time they should kind of stick with it and kind of ride it out.